Hello fellow gamers everyone. The market for entry-level gaming devices is truly a whirlwind of activity. The device I'm presenting to you all today is the RG52Mini. This particular device is likely the very first to feature the Rk3562 chip. So let's begin by taking a look at the box. The box is quite long and offers three color options: army green, a grayish white, and a black variant. The packaging is very minimalistic, simply labeled RG52Mini. You'll notice the device has a 5000 mAh battery. Alright, now let's unbox it and take a look inside. First, we have the user manual. There are currently no accessories inside, likely because large-scale production has just begun. Let's take a look at the device's main body. What do you all think of this machine's appearance? The ABXY buttons are made of conductive rubber, offering a balanced feel, neither too soft nor too hard. The D-pad is also crafted from conductive rubber. Both joysticks support being pressed down and feature. There's ambient lighting around the joysticks. L2, R2 are single buttons, while L1, R1 are micro switches. The volume up and down controls use a light touch switch, along with a power and reset button. On the top, you'll find an HDMI output port, and the back features two anti-slip grips. Then, on this side, there's a fan slot, but the Rk3562 model does not include a fan. This is because the mold is shared between two models, and only the higher end version has a fan, not the Rk3562. At the bottom, you'll locate two speakers, a TF card slot, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and a Type-C port. These are the main components. Now let's power it on and take a look. You can distinctly hear and feel the vibration when it starts up. This device boasts a 720 by 1280 resolution. The detailed specifications will be shown on the right side for your viewing. The system running is the mAhBullt 4.7 system, which is a Linux-based OS. This model is equipped with a 16 by 9 screen. Let's start by examining the screen's quality. It features a full view IPS screen. Absolutely no problems here. Its performance is very smooth. Let's take a look at the brightness. The brightness was at over 90%. Nice. Let's try a 3DS game. For NDS, I've turned on the high-definition 3D graphics. It's very smooth. We won't test common retro games for the Rk3562, such as Romance of the Three Kingdoms 62. Instead, let's try some games that demand more from the system, like N64. We'll start with this skiing game, and you can observe the frame rate in the upper right corner. It's running at approximately 50 frames per second, extremely smoothly and entirely free of any audio popping. Let's now take a look at a PlayStation 1 game. It runs at over 60 frames per second, which is incredibly smooth. Next, let's take a look at a DC game. It's so silky smooth. Even though it's only displaying 50 frames, there's no audio popping whatsoever. And to the naked eye, the frame rate is... The game is running at nearly full frames. However, for some reason, the displayed frame rate in the upper right corner is only in the 30s. This might be a minor bug or an issue with the frame rate display itself. The frame rate display might have some issues. Now for our main feature, PSP. The PSP optimization on this Rk3562 chip is exceptionally good. Let's start by checking the settings. As you can observe, it's set to 2x resolution, with frame skipping disabled. Effects are enabled. Next, I'll enable the frame rate and speed display. Let's begin by testing Gran Turismo. The frame rate is nearly at its peak, and the running speed consistently hovers between 99% and 100%. Some handheld consoles, such as the 3566, tend to lag significantly when changing camera angles, but as you can observe here, this device performs very smoothly. We are currently utilizing a 2x resolution setting. Now, let's play Dante's Inferno. This game seems to be capped at 40 frames per second. It lags a bit at 2x resolution, so we will adjust it to 1x. This specific game is quite a tough nut to crack, with its full frame rate being 40. It's running at 93% efficiency, which translates to about 36 to 37 frames per second. That's actually quite good, especially when you consider that this particular game is This game is quite a tough nut to crack. Now let's move on to God of War, Ghost of Sparta at 2x resolution. As you can observe, the operating speed is around 93% with some audio popping. So let's change to 1x resolution. It was over 50 frames per second just a moment ago, so let's try it at 1x. At 1x resolution, it runs. The running speed is at 95%, with the frame rate hovering between 58 to 60 frames per second. You can verify that for yourselves. At this moment, it's holding steady at 57 frames per second. At 1x resolution, it's essentially playable. However, if we were to use the cheat codes, if you use cheats, you can lock it to 30 frames per second at 2x resolution or even 3x resolution. Next, let's take a look at Ridge Racer. We're running it at 2x resolution without frame skipping. For games like Dynasty Warriors and Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, it can achieve 3x resolution with almost full frames. I'll demonstrate that for you. Let me demonstrate again. This device truly excels with PSP optimization, outperforming both the 3566 and A52.7 in performance. As you can see, it runs at full speed at 2x resolution, hitting 100%. I can now demonstrate 3x resolution for everyone. So, with the resolution adjusted to 3x, I'll play Dynasty Warriors. You can see it's at full speed, 100% throughout the game. Let's find a crowded area to test it out. Even when I unleash a special move, it's still at full speed with no... There's no stuttering whatsoever. Overall, this device smoothly handles games like God of War and Dante's Inferno at 1x resolution. Certain games achieve full frame rates at 2x resolution, and a select few can even reach full frame rates at 3x resolution, so it's quite capable for PSP gaming. I'm not sure if it's due to the Rk3562. I don't know if it's the Rk3562 chip that's better, or if it's just optimized well. This handheld's main advantages are its large high-resolution screen. The Rk3562 chip is more power efficient than the A527, and it performs better than the 3566, with comparable emulation performance to the A527. This machine supports low power standby, so once you lock the screen, you can simply wake it up and resume playing right where you left off. Its excellent standby feature is a significant benefit. Now I'll demonstrate some ported games for you. This device also features Wi-Fi. You can see that when I press the button for Shredder's Revenge, it vibrates first, and then it runs incredibly smoothly. There's no lag at all, which is excellent. This machine could basically be called the king among low-end Linux devices. It's a very reasonably priced machine. It's not expensive either. Those who enjoy Linux systems should definitely consider trying it. This device is truly excellent. Additionally, this machine also supports a universal mod patch, enabling you to play Java, DOS, and NDS games on both small and large screens after modification. However, you'll need to supply your own screen overlay.